Hello, everybody. How are you? Today is Thursday. It's go live day. Hi, everybody. I am Susie from Start a Mom Blog. I am happy you're here. It is Thursday. I've had a couple really bad nights of sleep because our sweet little baby boy has a cold. And it might not seem like a big deal, but when a baby has a cold and they cough and they have mucus and a snotty nose and it's hard for them to sleep, so it's hard for the whole house to sleep. So it's okay. So that's why the live is delayed today. I normally do them at 10 o'clock on a Thursday morning. So I figured I'm just going to push it to 3 o'clock today Eastern time, just to give me a little bit more time to consume more coffee so that I prep and get ready for my live. Because 10 o'clock this morning, he was still super fussy. And now I have somebody who helps me right now with him, so he's being taken care of while I can come upstairs and chat with you guys and not have to worry about having a baby and trying to manage it all. Because if you guys saw my live last week, or what was it? It was earlier this week. I did a quick live and the girls were with me, and it was fun. It was real mom life. So I'm glad you guys are here. I'm here. One more thing going on in my life is my sister-in-law is actually having a baby today. So I'm super excited for her. It's a really big deal. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mike. Hi, Kirpa. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Lindsay. So my sister-in-law is going to the hospital, and she asked me to take pictures of her, be her birth photographer. Though I don't do this, I do take pictures of friends and family. I've never done a birth photo shoot. So I am on call for when she texts me or calls me, then I have to leave and go take pictures. So whenever she's ready, I'm going to go. If it happens within the next hour, I have to probably sign off and go help her. If not, then I'm on standby for Sissy-in-law. Super exciting. Okay, so today is a good day. Let's get all that energy in and get it together so that it's hard running on like little sleep. It's really hard. I can't wait for the days where I just will sleep again. Okay. I am very happy you guys are here and happy to join me. If you could leave a little note, do you like me doing lives in the morning at 10 o'clock Eastern? I'm on Eastern time zone. I'm in Florida. Do you like me doing them in the morning, or do you like me doing them in the afternoon here around 3 o'clock? So what suits you better? I can be flexible and either do mornings or afternoons. Think of your schedule like over the summer now. How is your schedule with kids? What would the mornings be better? Would the afternoons be better? I'm here to help you. All right, so let me scroll to the top and answer some questions before they start falling off of my list. All right. Thanks, Mike. I hope everybody feels better too. Kirpa says, I love your blogging course. It's so amazing, learning a lot. Thank you. Oh, sweet, sweet comments. Thank you, Jennifer. Cool. Audrey says this time is actually better for me on the West Coast. That makes sense, right? 10 o'clock in the morning is probably pretty early for those on the West Coast. So maybe we'll do 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see what people say. Maybe I'll put out a little poll. Lindsay said you should always do lives at this time. Hashtag nap time. Hey, maybe this actually works out better. Maybe I'll do 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Stacy. Oh, gosh. I am, probably should pick this up. All right, I'm going to pick this up. Hang on, because it's my sister-in-law calling me. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing okay?
Yeah?
Yeah, Carol's here, too.
Okay. Hey, Carol, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
We're to rescue me from passing out from the first attempt at the IV did not go well, so.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so that's in, and just gonna rest. Kelly will be here in a little bit.
Okay.
And gonna just hang out.
Awesome. When would you like me to come over?
Let's see. I don't know. At this point, let's see, because we're gonna have to do a catheter thing.
Yes.
The cervix and do all that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, very familiar. So I don't know. I'll just see how that process goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You just give me a call or a text whenever you need me.
okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Sounds great. Appreciate your flexibility.
Yeah, I am here for you. That's why the girls are down with grandma.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it so much. Okay.
All right.
Give me a holler back in a little bit.
Okay, I love you, sissy.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Sorry, so sorry. I just like when somebody's in labor, you kind of have to pick it up, even though I'm on a live. All right, so let's all pray for her. It's her first baby. We'll pray that it's a healthy, happy delivery. And then I'll keep you guys updated how it goes, because hopefully I can go in later and help her through it and take some awesome pictures. All right, sorry about that. Stacy Johnson says, hi, sorry about the sick kiddos. Question. I have a blog post that is about 5 to 6 months old, and I want to refresh it as it's more relevant to the season. How do I do that? Definitely. I constantly go back through my blog posts and refresh them, especially if I have more information I can share, if there's an update. Say, for example, I currently went back into my blog post of how to grow an email list. And at that time, my email list was around 7,000. And then recently, or it's now around 40. So I did an update and added more screenshots. So always go back and edit and update your blog post. It's really good. You can link to new blog posts that you recently created. That's great for SEO. So continue to like update those internal links. I'm actually doing like a big audit of my site right now, going through my pillar posts and re-linking between new posts that I wrote. You can add new pictures. People love to see like where you were and where you are now. So definitely do that, Stacy. How do you update it? You go back into your WordPress account where the blog post is, and you just click on the edit button. You could actually change the date in the back end of WordPress and update the date to like yesterday or today when you're updating it. And you can also in the title of the blog post say updated in May 2018. Because like everybody else, we like new and relevant information. So if you have a really great blog post that's doing well, make sure to nurture it and update it every couple weeks. All right. Dana and Wendy says, I love this time. Awesome. Maybe I'll stick with this time. It's better. Mara says, so excited for this. Hi, Christy. Thank you, Joy. I am doing great for somebody on little sleep. I'm trying my best. I'm drinking a lot of coffee. Okay, Arsh says mornings are better because I believe you're in, you're not in the States, Arsh, right? You're probably mornings would be better for you. So we'll see. Priyanka says morning as well. Jennifer says afternoon. Okay, let's go through and get a question. Dana and Wendy says, I have 8 kids and none of them ever slept. Mornings work well also. How did you decide what to focus on first in blogging? That is great. What to focus on first when you're starting a blog. I can go through this entire post, but I just created it like a week or so ago. So let me show you this awesome blog post where am I right now? There you go. Here I am. That I created for you that you should go look at. It goes through like 16 really good questions to try to make you think about the big picture of starting a blog. Why are you starting it? What kind of impact it's going to have on your life? Things that you don't always consider when you're creating this new hobby or new income stream. So I call them genius questions, but they could probably just be normal questions. That's fine too. So I will share this link to help you decide what to blog about. So this goes through all the questions that you can ask yourself to decide your exact blogging niche. And then once you have a list of things and topics you want to blog about, then it goes through a system on how to actually find the right niche that you've brainstormed. All right. So Great post, tons of amazing advice. I'll drop the link here for you. Dan and Wendy Cole. Okay, Valerie says, I have a question. When you want someone to be an affiliate for your product, which plugin do you use for that or give to them? When you want somebody to be an affiliate for your product. It depends on what platform you use. So in the beginning I used Sendow, and that was to sell my my ebooks and stock images. So Sendow is great. It's low cost. It's about $9 per month or $15 per month to start using their payment system. They also have an affiliate program, so then you can just add somebody as an affiliate, or they can sign up to be an affiliate for that product. You can determine the commission percentage that they get. So it's all through the platform that you're using. I don't use any affiliate program plugins. Currently, my products and my affiliate program is all hosted on Teachable. So when somebody goes through one of my courses, they email me, or they email affiliates@startamomblog.com, and then they can request to be added as an affiliate. So that's how that works. It's all in the platform that you use. I've never used plugins for affiliates. Joy says 3 o'clock. Awesome. Yeah, we actually have more people on right now at the 3 o'clock slot than we did in the morning slots previously. So let's see if we can move this. I think you guys can see that well, right? Sorry, I'm like changing things in OBS real time. Cool. Okay. Afternoons from Mara and Davey. Thank you. Cool. Okay, yeah, I didn't figure like people would actually, kids would be napping during this time. So maybe this is a great time. Okay. Yeah. Kripa Reese says, do you recommend going live on Facebook pages? You see my favorite blogger so far because your stuff is amazing. My babies are sleeping, so I have to finish your work. Okay, so do you recommend going live on Facebook pages? Yes, I recommend going live as much as you possibly can. I have now made this commitment to myself and to you guys to go live every week. I couldn't do it this morning, but I made arrangements and now I'm doing it in the afternoon. So do I recommend going live? Yes. Why? Because it's the fastest and most genuine way to build trust with your readers. It is the closest I can get to actually being next to you real time and like drinking a cup of coffee with you, which now I'm using Hubby Cup because Wifey Cup broke. Maybe I'll go buy another one at Target. My Wifey Cup is now broken. So yes, lives, it's the easiest way that I can build trust and have you guys see me as I'm talking here real time with my audience. Like it's almost like we're having a coffee date, but I just hear my own voice, which somehow maybe I can figure out to like get other people come on live while we're doing this. I'll still figure that out. So yes, do lives. It also boosts your or builds your confidence. It's hard to do lives. Like I'm nervous when I come online and I don't know what kind of questions I'm going to get that day. So it's a way for me to kind of do something difficult, but get stronger through it. Hubby has taught me the bro science of weightlifting. So if I don't lift heavier weights, I'm not going to get stronger because I have to challenge and break down my muscles. The same way I have to challenge and not break down my confidence, but I have to challenge it so that I become stronger. And then maybe these little lives will one day turn into me speaking in front of a conference. And then I'll have more confidence. So lives, yes, amazing way to build rapport with your readers. Second best to actually doing live video is just doing video. When people see you and hear you, they build trust with you faster. They build that relationship with you, and they're more inclined to follow your blog, sign up for your newsletter, and buy your products. Then lastly, images on your blog is great. So when people can see you at least in a static image, they can see who you are. They can relate to you that way. So don't not include images of yourself on your blog. People want to see who you are. And then lastly, just written words. So the more you can have those touch points and that interaction with your readers, the better it is. So if you've never done a live, maybe start with a video, a static video that you can go edit, put it on YouTube, put it on your blog, and then eventually move up to doing lives. I hope that helps. If you guys want any tips of like going live, let me know. All right, Jess says she prefers the afternoon. Awesome, thank you. Oh. Aaliyah says I just stopped mowing the lawn to watch you. Thank you. Cassie says thank you. Awesome, thank you. Aaliyah says she prefers mornings because obviously she mows the lawn in the afternoon. So I'm sorry for cutting off your lawn mowing time. Danielle says hello. Jennifer says, when you create an ebook, do you need to copyright it? How do you do that, and how do you make it yours? How do you go from about deciding what to charge for the ebook? Okay, so copywriting, what I've read is as soon as you write it down and it's your words, that's yours. Let me get you more info on like the perfect words of how to explain copywriting so that I'm not giving you the wrong advice. How do you go about deciding what to charge for your ebook? I go and look at other bloggers and see what they're charging for their products. And then I kind of do a comparison. Do I feel that mine is better than theirs? Do I feel that mine is not worse, but a shorter version of what they could go get? Then it just determines on kind of that pricing model. If you guys know anything about my products and my pricing structure, I normally lean on the lower side of the pricing spectrum, because you also have to think about your audience. Something that might be premium for one audience might not be premium for another audience. So for my mommy bloggers, for stay-at-home moms that are looking for a way to actually bring in an income, $47 is premium. That's a lot of money. That's a nice trip to the grocery store, a nice trip to Target. So for my audience, $47 is a good chunk of money to pay for a course. For somebody maybe that's investing in a digital marketing course all about Facebook ads to grow their already established business to 10x that, something like $1,000 is okay to pay for a course. So it just depends on kind of where your audience is and what you're teaching. So, but I know my friends have told me to charge more for my products. I just always kind of veer on the lower side. Oh, thanks, Kripa. Mom life. Oh, yeah. Sorry I was on the phone for a minute there with my sister-in-law. Just need to make sure that she's okay, and I'll probably call her back right after this. Thank you, Cassie. Thanks for praying for her. I'm going to tell her that we were on the phone in front of like 60 people, and we're all praying for her now. Okay, cool. So Jennifer is asking a question about the Google Docs blogging workbook. I will email you as soon as I can and get you the right link if you don't have the right one, okay? Oh, yeah, sorry, I got a little posted message. Okay, Patty says, what are your plans for addressing GDPR requirements? So, I am just me with my blog helping you guys. I don't have a team of lawyers and legal counsel. I know some bigger bloggers that do, so I'm going to share with you an article that I'm actually going to be reading through and using from Amy Porterfield. So obviously she is much bigger than I am. She probably has a group of legal lawyers helping her. So I just posted the link to her article on GDPR below. So from my point, what am I going to do? I'm going to follow that article and everything that I can find my hands on to read about GDPR. But in short, I wrote this down. I'll be updating my disclosure and privacy policies. So as soon as I do that, I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm doing. But now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you next week what I did. I'll be updating my disclosure and privacy policies. I'll be adding checkboxes to my signups so that people actually have to like opt in to be able to receive my newsletter, my weekly newsletter. I think there's a gray area between like a support sequence for an opt-in or a course that they just downloaded compared to like your weekly or your bi-weekly broadcast. So I'll be adding checkboxes so people know what they're signing up for. And then I will also be emailing all my EU subscribers to make sure that they still want to be on my list and receive my weekly broadcasts. In ConvertKit, the email marketing software that I use, there is a feature where I can drill down just to email my EU subscribers and get them to really like give consent to be on my weekly newsletters. All right. So I will keep you updated on everything I'm doing. I'll give you examples and show you where I've updated my disclosure policy and my privacy policy. Just not today, but I will do that before the 24th of May. And then I wanted to add a little note, like I know a lot of us are maybe a little nervous about GDPR, new regulations and compliances, but I see it as, yes, it is another way for somebody like not to really sign up to your newsletter, and that's fine. Like this shouldn't deter you, because they wouldn't have like bought your stuff anyway. Like if they're not really that interested to get your newsletter, they're not that interested to buy your products or to hear about your affiliates or to follow you. So in essence, like it might just make your email list smaller, but it's going to make it stronger. Like actually those people who want to get your stuff is going to be on your email list. Your open rates might go up, your click-through rates might go up, and your sales probably will stay consistent because you're still going to get the people who really want to hear from you. You're not going to have fluff on your email list. So thinking about it quickly, like that might actually hurt companies like ConvertKit and Aweber and all the email companies more, because our list will be more targeted and hotter. Like only those people that really want to hear from you is going to be on it. So you're not going to have fluff that you're paying extra for on your email list. That's just my 2 cents. But I'll keep you guys updated what I'm doing. In the meantime, read that GDPR article from Amy Porterfield at the bottom. I pasted a link. And it has a podcast too, so you can listen in as well. R says, do you have a tutorial on using Relay That? Or can you do one? Yeah, Relay That. My hubby actually showed Relay That to me. It's pretty cool. He loves it because it gives more like a generic look of images. So what you could do, so Relay That is kind of like Canva or PicMonkey, but it does it all for you. So say for example, I go to Mom Life Happy Life. You can create a project. You can customize the colors that you want Relay That to use all the time. You can add your title. 5 best breastfeeding tips. So what if we do, okay, if you put that one in brackets instead of title. Okay, so then it's going to like, whatever's in brackets is going to get the fancy different color or whatever you decide for your highlight. So really that is a really cool little tool if you want to create images and real quick. So say for example, okay, let's just make best better. Make best better. What you could do then, here it has different styles that you can click on. So you can do a little mock-up. Look at that. You can do mock-ups if you have like a course or an ebook. This will be pretty cool. It looks like for a podcast with headphones. I haven't used it a lot. I know my husband has used it. He likes Relay That more. I like having the control of tweaking every single detail in my pin image and my featured images, so I use a lot of PowerPoint. I do have printables. I have a tutorial here on how I use PowerPoint to create printables, and then you can also use like for pin images. So I'll drop you the link to this one. But then Relay That is great for like quick designs. So how cool is that? You can add cool things. All right. And then go to different styles. You can do a collage. There's all kinds of different cool things on Relay That. I'm not an affiliate for them, but look at that. It like automatically creates all these cool different pin images. Okay, cool. Sorry, I get distracted. Okay, cool. Mimi says, "Hey Susie, I'm starting my journey as a self-taught graphic designer. Do you think this would be a good niche to blog about?" Yes. Yes, my other sister-in-law, is actually a graphic designer, and I've been urging her to blog about it, to show people like the stuff that she can do. Let me see Fire, I think. Oh, I need to find her blog, but she does like the coolest little graphic designs, and she makes these little animations. So I urge her to like blog about it and then teach others, because it's a great skill to have. So yes, Mimi, definitely go through your journey of being a graphic designer. There's lots of opportunities to monetize it, either by initially providing services for others and doing their graphics for them, and then after a couple months or after a year or two, when you're very comfortable, then you can turn around and teach those skills. Arsh says, "Do you recommend any mommy groups where we can make friends and share each other's blogs?" Sweetie. Trying to focus here. You're throwing me off my groove. You want to say hi?
Sure.
Now that you've interrupted me, now you have to say hi.
Put down my snacks.
Hello, everybody. Here is my husband.
Hello, Start a Mom blog community.
It's
Good
over.
to there you are. Good to see you all.
Yes.
Isn't this awesome? Susie goes live every week to chat with you.
They say that 3 o'clock is actually better.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys have a great little date. I'll go on the other side of our office. If you've seen our previous videos, you know I have an office just adjacent over there. So I'll go get some work done too. Love
Thanks, sweetie. Goof.
Chair.
I know I just steal your chair. Sorry. All right. So we are back. Yes. Mommy groups. Do I recommend doing or joining mommy groups? Yes. I don't have like a specific mommy group that I currently have. I have a group of bloggers that, like, if I have something that I need help with or I need them to help share it, then in the group of bloggers, we help each other out. You can form a small mastermind group between you and a couple friends where you help share each other's things. So that's great, kind of getting that initial momentum, getting a couple comments on that blog post. Even if they're from friends, like strangers coming to your blog, they don't know that your favorite 5 friends commented on your blog post. But to a stranger, that looks like, ooh, people like to comment on this. There's some social proof here. Other people like it. So I'm going to leave a comment too. It kind of gets that momentum going. Alrighty. Okay, Jennifer, I'm trying to read your question here. Oh, wow. That's a lot. When you grow your traffic through, let's say, Pinterest, do you do that by creating documents and posting them to your personal Pinterest? Oh, man, that one dropped off. Man, I'm going too slow and then I lose him. Okay, I'll go back to that one. Okay, let's go. Sierra says, "I wrote you a private DM about a few questions I need about my blog. Can you check it?" Yes, I'll check it as soon as I can. Okay, these questions are falling off. I'm so sorry. Let me try to get as soon as I can to another question. Yeah, Jennifer says she has a list of questions. And they keep dropping off. Okay, Lindsay. Do you have a blog to figure things out before Start a Mom blog? Or was this your first thing at blogging? No. My first site was Mouse to Spouse. Okay, that's so old. I'm not going to tell you guys about that one. It was Mouse to Spouse. It was like blogging about our wedding journey and getting people excited about our wedding, like keeping them updated. Then I did, oh gosh, there you go. Let's show everybody. The Woodford, can't even spell it. TheWoodfordLife.com. So I am Susie Woodford, and this is The Woodford Life. So it's very much focused on Catholic parenting and Catholic marriage. My birth stories are in here. So here's like my first like official blog that I actually started blogging on. So it's all here. It's gone through a couple different changes. Have my opt-in there. If you want 100 beautiful images, you're welcome to go ahead and sign up to thewhitfordlife.com. And then after I did this for a while, too many of my friends started asking me about blogging advice. I switched over to blog on Start a Mom blog, started teaching there. I just didn't have time to do both. So I still have the Whitford Life. I mostly blog on Start a Mom blog, and now I help run Mom Life Happy Life, where I actually have my readers contribute the content, and then I edit and promote it. So now I've switched from like me blogging to me teaching blogging to me growing my audience, helping them grow. So our recent articles, one just came out today, 5 ways to find the perfect mommy and me dress on a budget, simple ways to abolish daycare guilt, 5 ways to jumpstart labor. Like really, really cool articles on here. One of my favorite is how to get rid of clutter, the beginning steps to minimalism. So if you guys want to check out a really cool post, let me see who was the poster. Tiffany. She has some really cool tips on this, and it really made me like rethink minimalism. I try to do it as much as I can. Let me drop a link to this one. So if you're thinking about minimalism, it's great for moms because it simplifies our life. It's also, in a way, a budgeting technique, because you're not just spending money to spend money. You actually have a mentality and a system to not just have clutter come into the house. So it saves money, it saves stress, it just makes your life a little easier. So I recommend minimalism as much as you can. It's hard to practice, it's easy to talk about. Yavonia says, I'm paying for ConvertKit, but don't even have a welcome series at this point. I feel like I need more traffic before creating a welcome series. Am I wrong? No, Javonia, it would be great to have a welcome series, even for the 1 or 2 subscribers you get per day. Like, you want to make sure the people that are signing onto your email list don't go cold. So go ahead and create a welcome series. It could just be a know, like, and trust series where people get to know you more. Through that, like, that interaction, they see more videos of you, they read more blog posts. You just want to keep them warm, even if you don't have anything to sell yet, even if you don't have a ton of traffic. So don't make all the hard work that you are doing to get those subscribers. Don't let them go cold. And even if your welcome series is not perfect, you can always go back and edit them. Just treat it like you're building a relationship with a friend. You want to be open and personal and give them advice and help for what they signed up for. Valerie says, how about a physical product and not a PDF? If that's regarding the affiliate question, I'll have to double check and I'll go back to that. Audrey says, without promoting my website, I'm getting 10 to 15 visits a day. Awesome. But people usually stop at my homepage. What do you recommend to get people to explore my website instead of stopping there? Here, you can look at my homepage as an example. I do too get a ton of traffic just to my homepage. People, for some reason, my homepage ranks really well in Google. So probably because of the keywords there I put in that homepage URL. Anyway, so I get a lot of traffic straight to my homepage, and that is common. But the way for people then to go from the homepage, don't just think of it like a homepage, think of it like a resource page. Build up your homepage, link to your best articles. So you can see here I have a collage of my top pillar posts. So how to start a mom blog, what should I blog about, time management tips. So from your homepage, take them on a journey of like learning more about you and getting the information that they need. So here they can read a little bit more about me and my peanut number 2. They can see where I've been featured. Here are blog posts of how other moms are making money with their blogs. Then I actually go in on my homepage itself, and I almost like write a mini list post on it. So you can see here I have quick ways to start your mom blog. So don't be afraid to like add some advice to your homepage, add more text to it. This is just what I'm doing. It might not be perfect, but this is what I'm doing and works well. And then at the bottom, I have one more opportunity for them to sign up for the same freebie. And then I have my latest blog post. So depending on what type of blog you're running, this is what my homepage looks like for Start a Mom blog. For Mom Life Happy Life, it's completely different purpose. Mom Life Happy Life, the homepage is all the blog posts. So from here, they can go through and click on any blog post they want to read about. So, Audrey, maybe like this collage or magazine layout would be better for you if you're getting so many visitors to your homepage and you have a lot of posts to send them to, like a collage post or a collage layout like this could be really helpful as well. Because this homepage is like very customized and every little part is tweaked and created. Where the magazine layout, that's done a lot for me. The theme that I use for this one is Extra from Divi, or from Elegant Themes. This is the Extra theme, and then on Start a Mom blog is the Divi theme, also from Elegant Themes. So they're two different themes, both from the company called Elegant Themes. Okay. Gwendolyn says, I haven't done anything with my blog since the beginning of April. We traveled to Disney World in April. Awesome. And she was training for the Star Wars half marathon. Congratulations. That's awesome. But between prepping for that and then getting back to reality after returning, my blog got pushed to the wayside. I know I just need to start, but I'm not sure how to jump back in. Any suggestions on how to get back to it after a short break? There's just so much floating through my mind that it overwhelms me. Okay. So how do you jump back into your blog? I would say set small goals for yourself, things that will build momentum so that you can stick with them. Don't make a list of a long list of to-dos that you need to accomplish with your blog and then kind of get overwhelmed and stop again. Do small steps like I'm going to post once a week and I'm going to post once a week to my Facebook page. You can start with that. If that goes well after 1 or 2 weeks, then say, okay, maybe I can post twice a week, or maybe I can post still once a week, but I can post twice a week to Facebook. So build small momentums or use small steps to build momentum and then kind of get back into the groove. I shared this last time, quick tips. This little freebie, people really like it. It's 50 5-minute tasks to grow your blog quickly. So if you want to get back on track and you've kind of been off of it for a while, this list would be great to go through and get a couple quick wins. This can help build that momentum up again. All right, I hope that helps. Okay, Taylor says, how do I publish a freebie for my viewers to download and what plugins do I need? Right here, Taylor, in this blog post, how to create... this one works. No, not this one. Email list. There you go. Sorry. Second link. How to build an email list for beginners. Taylor, this is the blog post that you need. There are 3 videos in this blog post. It's really pretty awesome. One is how to create opt-ins in PowerPoint. One's how to create opt-ins in Canva. And then this video is what you need, how to add a sign-up form to your blog post. So I will drop the link below. That's for you. Okay. Oh, Mindy says my 16-month-old daughter is watching this live with me. Hello, sweet girl. I hope this inspires you to start your own YouTube channel or blog too. Help mommy out. Jello says, hey, my son is napping. Awesome. So this time works for you. Cool. People like afternoons. I think I might do afternoons. Pam says, what's the #1 way to increase traffic to my site? Great question. What is the #1 way to increase traffic to your site? The easiest and most surefire to get traffic to your site that day is to email your email list. If you have an email list, if you email them, you're going to get traffic to whatever you're sending them towards. Your blog post, your homepage, your sales page, a Facebook Live. That's the easiest way to get traffic. Like I could go write a broadcast right now and I know I'm going to get 600 hits on whatever I send them to. But if you don't have an email list, how do you get traffic? How do you increase your traffic to your site the easiest? Gosh, there is no one set way. It's just like that's what you're going to turn on and that's going to work. It's tweaking a little bit here and a little bit there. I would say take one channel and focus on it. That's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Because if you dabble a little bit in YouTube and dabble a little bit in Pinterest and then do a Facebook Live once a month, maybe, you're not going to get that growth that you really need. So whatever one platform you think your audience is on the most, take that one platform and learn it as best as you can. If it's Pinterest, then go create 2 or 3 pin images for every single blog post and pin that and like get a strategy. The strategy that I use for Pinterest is this looping strategy I use for Pinterest. So that's what you're welcome to follow that. It works well. But I would say take one platform and really invest in it. And then like take a month. I would say take a month and focus on it. And then if it doesn't get, you're going to get results. It just might not be like amazing results. If it doesn't work out as you wished, then try something else. Maybe do a YouTube video every single day. That's challenging, but that's a different like experiment that you can run. Maybe like you would be the only homeschooling blogger on YouTube in that specific niche, and that would explode and do really well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can increase your traffic. Some take a little longer than others. Pinterest would be the quickest growth if you would focus on that. I'm currently working a lot on my SEO, but it's a long-term strategy. It's a long-term game where I'm writing a lot of guest posts, I'm interlinking and getting backlinks. So I'm currently focusing a lot on SEO to build my blog and get more traffic. Cool. Kripa says, or Kripa says, sorry if I'm not saying that right. I love going live. I went live on my Facebook page all the time. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. Taylor says, what number of viewers should you have when you first start going live on Facebook? It depends. Gosh, it really depends on how big your page is. We had almost 70 people here today, so it just depends on what time of day you're doing it. When I did it 10 o'clock in the morning last week, I only had 40 people on, and today I got to a max of almost 70. So it just depends on what time of day it is. It also depends on, did you let your list know that you're going to be going live? Did you email them right before you're going live? How many people did you alert? How big your page is? And then one thing I do right before I go live is I actually do have a service called ManyChat where I have, how much is it now? Over 1,000 subscribers on ManyChat, where I send a broadcast to them real quick. Right before I go live, they're on Facebook anyways, a Facebook Messenger message that pops up. Some of you probably came over from that Facebook message and then started watching live. So it just depends on kind of how much you promote it and how big your page is currently. Even if you only have 2 or 3 people watching you live, that's awesome. That's a start. People are tuning in and they're listening to what you have to say. Maybe, like if you're just starting out with Facebook Lives, make them short. Be like, hey guys, I'm Susie, I'm doing this, I'm going to be live for the next 5 minutes. And like make it super clear so that you know after 5 minutes you sign off. So say for example, only like 2 people sign on and you start getting really nervous, you know, okay, in 5 minutes, I'm done with this, okay? There's a time limit, I can get off and go get a cup of coffee and go hide in my room. Or whatever you need to do. But make them short and sweet until you build that momentum with your audience and with yourself. So I would say start that way. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Deanna says, once you have your blog ideas, niche topics, and some content, what would you suggest working on next? Content, and while adding to your content, then what? Deanna, when you're starting your blog and you're creating content, the next thing I would do is, gosh, there's so many things to do, is create a freebie and an opt-in so that when you start promoting that content and you start working on your Pinterest and your Facebook and your YouTube and your SEO traffic, then you have some place for those people to actually sign up. So have your content, that's great. Then make sure you have a freebie. Like, even if it's not the most amazing freebie, even if it's not like gonna go bonkers, at least you have something where you can start getting people onto your email list and then start building that relationship. So after you have your blog established, you have some content, create your freebie, and then start promoting traffic to those content pieces to have people sign up. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to do, but just little steps at a time. Okay, Maria says, I'm doing an ebook, but some of it's going to be recipes. Is it okay to use other people's recipes if I link the title of the recipe to their site? I wouldn't take credit, just send them to the blogger's page. That ebook is going to be free. Maria, it's great. Okay, if it was going to be paid, I would say definitely reach out to the other bloggers whose content you're taking to put behind a paywall. Definitely reach out and ask them if that's okay. Now, even in your freebie, I would get permission from them as well. Before you take even part of somebody else's content, make sure they say yes, and that you're allowed to use that in your freebie. What you could also do, one thing that you don't necessarily have to get permission for, is if you just link to their blog post or their recipe. You're like, okay, you don't take any copy paste content from their site, you just link to that site, and that's the only way that person can see that entire recipe, is when they click through and they link to the person's site. But if you take any pieces of like actual content from that person's blog, make sure to email them and reach out first. And through that, like, you're actually going to be helping your ebook and your credibility, because you're be building a relationship with that blogger that you're featuring. If they say yes, then it's like, great, now that person knows your name, they know that you like them. Maybe they can return the favor and be like, hey, I am featured in Maria's ebook, go check it out. So it's a great way to start building relationships with other bloggers. Okay, Audrey says, I have a pen name just because it makes me more comfortable on my blog, but I also have a real name, that's good, in my bio areas. Do you think it's a good idea? No, it's good. It's great that you have a pen name, but it could be confusing to people, where if they read one name and then they go to the next page and they read a different name. I would stick with one or the other, either the pen name or your real name. Either one is fine. But just stick with one, because if, say for example, on Start a Mom blog, I call myself Susie, but if you go to my other site, Mom Life Happy Life, I call myself Susanna. Like, they're similar, but it still might throw people off. Like, is this the same person? Or maybe I call myself Mary. Like, okay, so now she's Mary, now she's Susie. You just need to show some consistency with people, because your whole big thing of being a blogger online is building trust. And once you need to build that trust as much as you can, and you don't want to confuse people. I hope that helps. Joy says, I see a new book to create for going live by number. I'll buy it. Just put by number and anything, and then I can do it. I'm still thinking of creating course by number over the summer. I've had a lot of people ask for it, of exactly like how I create my courses and how do I do them so quickly. So I'm starting to outline that. So hopefully you guys are excited about it. Kripa says, one more question. How the heck do I include my kids and still talk about my farm life? Cool. My husband doesn't want kids on social media, but I stay home with my kids, and how the heck do I even do that? Kripa, you could use pseudonyms for your kids. For example, I had my friend come over today. He wants to blog about homeschooling for dads. His last name is Wolf. So if he doesn't want to use his kids' names online, he could call it like Wolf Cub number 1 and Wolf Cub number 2. And that's kind of cute because it already has a name in it. So you could have pseudonyms for your kids. So that's one way you can protect their identities. You also, when you take pictures of them, you can make sure their face is never in the picture. You can just like take a picture of their hands or from behind or their little feet splashing in the mud, milking a cow. There's all kinds of ways that you can include your kids on your blog without showing too much of them. I always like to use Susie from Busy Toddler. She showcases her kids a lot in her blog. But you can see, okay, even the top 3 pictures here, you don't see like a face-on picture of her kids. Like she does the hands, and you're getting everything you need. Like I'm super enticed to read everything she has here, even though she doesn't showcase her kids like face-on all the time. I think like she tries to like not like show more of the activity that they're doing instead of them. So look at this one. So you can take pictures like that where you just show exactly what they're doing, but nobody sees their cute little faces. I hope that helps. Okay. Macy says, is there a good way to discuss polarizing issues in a blog piece? Wow. My next piece is why I'm raising my children to only know 2 genders, and apparently that's controversial now. I want to cover it, but it's a hard one. Help, please. I steer away from very highly controversial things. If you want to know my viewpoints on life and religion, you're welcome to go to my first blog. What's a good way to discuss polarizing issues? Just be kind and be polite. If you get a comment that doesn't agree with your viewpoint, then be open and read it. Don't come back. Don't do like tongue-in-cheek stuff. Be very like genuine in your answer of why you believe your viewpoint is correct and why theirs is not correct. So you're welcome. I mean, that's why we have blogs and why we have the internet and why we have free speech, so that you can voice your opinions. I'm not against like having a polarizing blog as long as you're not like hurting anybody. Like, be polite in what you're doing. Like, we all want to be treated with respect. Alrighty. Mindy says, will that article you mentioned show how to add checkboxes to ConvertKit sign-up forms? No, that article is more just general GDPR for entrepreneurs. I will, as soon as I update all my blog things for GDPR, I will do a live or a video and walk you guys through exactly what I did from my side. Erica, so ConvertKit is actually suggesting that we do double opt-in for subscribers. So I'm going to be dropping this link to you guys. It's right here, and you can see what they say here about double opt-ins. Here you go. Frequently asked questions. And if you're with ConvertKit, go back to this this article every couple of days and see what kind of updates they've done, because we all need to be compliant by next week. So I'll be sure to let you guys know what I'm doing. LaWanda says, how do you market the ultimate bundles? Well, ultimate bundles for the Blogging Genius Toolkit is currently, if that's what you're talking about, is currently closed. We had the flash sale on Monday and Tuesday. It was fun. And then the next big blogging toolkit ultimate bundle is coming out in October for 2018. How do you market it? What I did for this flash sale recently was I sent 2 emails to my list, 2 broadcasts, so 2 emails to the entire list. Then I sent, on the last day, I sent a specific email just to the people who actually clicked on the link to learn more about the Genius Bloggers Toolkit. So that was a portion of my list. So only those people got a 3rd and 4th email because I knew they were interested. So I only blasted my list twice and then a smaller segment of it a little bit more. I also did a Facebook Live where I marketed the Ultimate Bundles toolkit. And that's what you guys can do too. If you're launching a new product, or even if you have a freebie, a lot of times when you treat your freebies like a product, you'll get more signups. So don't be afraid to go do a Facebook Live or a YouTube video or write an entire blog post about promoting your freebie or an affiliate product for Ultimate Bundles. That's what I did this early this week. Okay. Cool. Okay, Angela says, I'm wondering about whether I should mention my products in my relevant blog posts. I don't want to sound too pushy, but want to let people know my products are there. Do you recommend linking to a product in each blog post, or is it better to stick with mentioning products mainly through emails, other parts of my site? No, definitely. Mention it wherever it's natural. Mention your product in your blog post. I do it all over my my blog post. And like I said in the beginning of this live, somebody asked, do they go back and update old blog posts? Yes, I definitely go back and update old blog posts. As I create new content, I go back and I interlink to different blog posts that I recently created. And then just right here, you can see in my Pinterest strategy for Tailwind, you can see here I'm linking to a tutorial that I have on how to start your mom blog. And then somewhere there you go. You can view all the group boards I could recommend in my ebook and course blog by number. So if it's natural and you can recommend your products and be like, oh, and this product would suit your life well, then go ahead and link to your product. You don't just have to sell it through your email list and other parts of your site. Definitely link to it. If it's natural, if you're not feeling salesy, then go ahead and do it. So you can see this one links straight to my sales page. All right, last question, and then we will be right at an hour for today. Sandra says, relay that seems awesome. Do you hear that, sweetie? Somebody actually asked me about relay that. Yeah. It seems awesome. Is it better than Canva? It has its pros and cons. I like relay that, if you guys can see here, because it's super easy to kind of change templates and it gives you a ton of ideas. Can they try it out for free? Relay that?
I'll find out.
Okay. So you can do the tall post. You can do a blog post, can do a YouTube thumbnail. So it has all these different little
A demo account.
Okay, so you can try relay that out for free. There's a demo account. And then Canva is great too because they have the fancy pretty fonts and they have some really great ideas. I would play with both of them. I like both of them. Sometimes I don't like Canva that much. I feel like it's a little slow, but they might be improving it. Maybe that was my internet that day. Canva, Relay That, PicMonkey, all amazing graphic design tools online that you can use to create those really pretty pin images, blog post images, and Facebook images. All right, people, this has been really fun. I'm thinking right off the bat, I might be moving my lives to 3 o'clock on Thursdays instead of 10 a.m. It's easier for people on the West Coast. And as I heard from a lot of you, that a lot of your babies nap during this time, so it might be a great time to do it now. I'm going to be calling back my sister-in-law, hoping everything goes well. Continue to pray for her. She's going to have her baby today or tomorrow, so it's really exciting. Thank you guys for joining on, and I will see you again next week, and we'll discuss the GDPR policy more in depth. All right, have an awesome week.